Tomorrow, church service is being held to pray for the slain officer.
Today, Martinez was remembered fondly by those he went to school with and grew up with. And WGN's Andrea Medina has that part of our coverage.
Classmates of the fallen CPD officer who've known him since kindergarten at St. Nick's channeled his spirit through heartfelt stories and the same warmth he brought to their lives. Though heartbroken over the loss of Chicago police officer Enrique Martinez, his former classmates, teacher and principal from St. Nicholas of Tolentine in West Lawn find comfort in sharing laughter, just as he always did.
He was just always with the laugh, and he would want us, to laugh today, despite the horrible tragedy that happened.
He was so great. His smile was everything. His laugh was so infectious.
Enrique was part of the class of 2012, graduating alongside nearly 24 classmates who had known each other since kindergarten. Together, they grew up, forming lifelong bonds that would stay with them forever. Enrique was known for his energetic spirit, always radiating enthusiasm.
He was a Tigger in my room, and he would make me laugh.
When you were around him, you knew that the Holy Spirit was right in there in Enrique, and he was enjoying the time, bringing forth the good in everyone.
Growing up, he was the one in the class that was always the goofy one.
But most of all, they treasure his genuine kindness, a quality that would prove invaluable in his career.
When I first came here, I had a very difficult time speaking English, and even though that was kind of a detriment, he didn't turn me away from that. He accepted me with open arms.
Enrique's elementary school family remembers how he often shared his dreams of joining law enforcement with a particular passion for the Chicago Police Department. They say it came as no surprise when he made that dream a reality.
He was so proud of his brother when his brother became a police officer, and he said he was going to do the same thing. And when I heard he became a police officer, I was like, that boy. I was just so proud of him.
Him being a fellow officer of mine is just an additional family line that we share.
As they flip through the yearbooks, they reminisce about cherished memories of Enrique and see the man he became. His energy and spirit will remain alive in their hearts, a lasting reminder of the impact he had.
He was a hero, and I'm honestly very, very proud of him.
I think anyone that knew him would agree we're all better for knowing him.
St. Nick's Catholic Church will dedicate Thursday 7 p.m. Mass to Enrique, followed by a vigil in his honor. Reporting in West Lawn, Andrea Medina, WGN News.